This program is intended for a mature audience. If you are not 18 or older, stop listening and find more age-appropriate content. This show will cover topics in a satirical manner. If you are offended by any content herein, that is your own problem. As you have been warned, please do not try this at home, or anywhere else for that matter.
And now, for the most famous words in motorsports.
Oh, hell no!
And welcome to Blown Pistons, part of the Bad Habits Network. I am just going to be the announcer today, guys. This is Gary the Hammer. We got a lot of people in studio. I'll let Dave get to them real quick, real shortly. This episode is brought to you in part by IdealVaporLLC.com. Part of this network for a good 5 years. Great facility to visit in Portage, Wisconsin. Check out their website at IdealVaporLLC.com. Tons of juices you can buy from that store. You can also get coils, your RDAs, your vape accessories, and all that other stuff. Check them out online. Go to Portage, Wisconsin. Check their store out. You can chill in the lounge and vape. You can do a little bit of pool table. You sign up for your Casa and Safada and get some more knowledge from the staff at Ideal Vapor at IdealVaporLLC.com. Also, when you're on the internet with that one, use the code BHN 15% for 15% off all purchases at checkout. Again, that's IdealVaporLLC.com. BHN 15%.
Nicely done.
Yeah, there's one more because we got that new one.
Oh,
Yes. Check out the links below in the descriptions, folks, for another link to these great sponsors we have. Again, joining the network now, we have Undaunted Jewelry at undauntedjewelry.com. Check the links. If you use BHN20, we can save you 20% off at checkout of all your jewelry purposes. This is some badass equipment, folks. Necklaces, rings, a little bit of bracelets, a couple watches. It's fucking awesome, badass. I personally have a couple of the purchases. We're going to have some more in the studio. Again, undauntedjewelry.com, BHN20 for 20% off. That being said, I'm going to get my happy on ass out of here, and we're going to have Gremlin Dave host his own fucking show for the first fucking time of 2021.
Is it the first time?
It is the first time for 2021.
Yay!
welcome, Dave. Join us.
Join us, Dave.
About damn time.
One of us. One of us. One of us.
Hurry up.
I'm
Hurry
working
up!
on
Move your
God,
ass,
we're
shit
waiting.
ass.
Dude! Fuck off. All right, so I am Gremlin Dave, and let's see. Start the introductions. Blown Pistons. Hey, why don't you go get ready for bed? Good night, Hammer. Go eat something.
Eat my dick.
I'd still be hungry.
Absolutely.
Is that the full goat? All right, now, shut up. Okay, so, to my... which way do I want to go?
Whichever
Both.
way.
You go both ways.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Do like Earnhardt. Go right.
All right, so...
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Can I do this?
Yeah.
No.
All right, so to my right, we have Tiff,
Hi.
Tony,
Hello.
and then to my left, I'll get to you guys. I want to make it big for you guys. We have Tripper to my left,
Howdy.
Johnny,
Hi.
and then in studio with us today, we have the guys from the Hot Rod Shop, which is, if you go in there, an amazing place. We have Mike and Mikey.
Hey, guys.
And Amber. So,
How
welcome.
you doing?
Welcome.
Never. When you see a race car at their shop, that's how you know you're in the right place.
Well, no, when I stopped in there Wednesday, I was like, the moment I walked in the door, it was just wow. I mean, the wheels you guys have set off to the side and stuff, and then all the hot rod parts. The place is amazing.
Well, we don't have a car there yet, but it's not quite that big. But
Well, I mean,
To the
way,
Facebooks.
the way you guys have it set up in there, it's really cool. I mean, it's a toy store for car guys or car people.
it is a toy store.
Yes.
Might have to come down and take a look.
Yes.
Yes. And I know, getting into it, I guess I'll just do it right away. You guys have a special event coming up here soon.
Yes, we're having an open house Saturday, March 27th, 9 till whenever.
Then I'm gonna drag the missus down to go there and show her.
There'll be prizes, sales. There's a garage sale in the back room which you didn't see.
Okay.
Stuff from 20 years that just builds up, little trinkets that aren't in the inventory list, so we'll sell them somehow.
All right. I mean, like I said, the place is absolutely fantastic. I've been, ever since going down there, that's what I've been talking to everybody about. I know I've been on the phone hitting up Tiff, letting her know what's going on all this stuff, because she was interested in it too. And like I said, she's building a hot rod, and I know when I mentioned that to you, you were interested in that.
She's doing an LS swap.
Yeah, actually, well, I got a GTO, and I'm putting a L92 in it. I had to think for a sec there. So a 6.2 out of a 07 Denali is what I'm putting in it. So.
Yep. Just sold a brand new 6.2 last month.
Oh, really?
Brand new.
Nice.
And
so
then,
we have everything. And if we don't, we can get it.
Nice. All right.
So.
Well, what about the old stuff? Because the Pontiac 400 isn't exactly nothing like a 350 or anything like that. So you got some rare stuff like that, or
The old stuff is what the store was built on.
right?
Store's been there 20 years. So the old guy, I got some shifter cables in the back. I don't even know what they fit. But somebody's going to walk back there in the garage sale and go, oh, that'll fit my Model T.
They're probably going to get a
There
steal
you
on
go.
it, too, because you're like, I don't know what that one is. Give me $5. And they're like, that's
Oh, no. They have to make the offer. If they know what it is, they have to offer.
there you go. And that place would work great for you, Tripper, with what you've got going on.
Good Lord, that's probably all way out of my budget. I like to drive stuff home for like $200-300.
So what do
Plus,
you say?
I'm not sure I'm allowed to buy anything else right now.
I think the key word is try and make it home.
On $200-300, I don't know how far you're going to go.
I make it all over the place in them, but they all need some love.
That's good. That's good.
I unfortunately don't have anything cool and old currently, but maybe one day again.
Neither do
you have
I.
a Corvette?
I used to.
That's my brother's piece of crap Corvette.
Oh, did you sell it to him, or
No, he bought it.
He's
tasked
You're
with
just
getting it to drive.
stuck with it?
I have to
still
get it to
sanding
drive
it.
to Minnesota.
He's still sanding it down to find the sheet metal.
I'll get there one of these days. Problem is that car's so rough, I don't think there's any sheet metal left under it where it's supposed to be.
Oh, no.
Needs floor pans and frame repair, and
Well,
it's sentimental though, so my brother
Just likes looking at
bought
it.
it back.
I think I know some guys that can hang the race car body on it.
It's already fibrous glass. It's practically a race car.
So
It's fiberglass.
You just take like 3 bolts off, and it probably would pop right off there. Just build a tube chassis under it.
So you said you've been down there for 20 years now,
The
correct?
store has. We have
Okay.
not.
Okay.
We started taking it over in August.
All right.
The paperwork dried in like November.
Okay. Like I said, that store is just absolutely amazing. And my first impression when I walked in, I was just in awe.
Well, we appreciate it.
It was really cool.
There's a lot of work going on a daily basis, trying to clean it up. No offense to the old guy that owned it, but he owned it for 20 years, and you know how things get.
Yep.
After 20 years. What is this?
I had the shop that I used to work at in Madison was Old School Shop, and God, he had everything you can imagine from probably like 1920s and up, just stored somewhere. And it'd be something that he's had up there for 30 years, and he'd be like, do you really use this? Well, someday I will. And then someday
maybe
he
I
did. So I know all about that.
It's always that thing you get rid of that all of a sudden it's like the week later you're like,
Yeah.
damn it.
I needed that after 30 years.
Only if you threw it away.
Yeah, absolutely. If you hang on to it, you'll never need it.
Right.
Or if you sell it, you'll probably be okay.
Oh, absolutely. If you sell it, you'll probably need it the next day, and then it's going to be 10 times the price when you do find another one.
But if you throw it away, then you're really giving it up.
Oh, absolutely.
And the nice thing, too, I know I was talking to you, and I told you that we have a drifting group with us that has a lot more imports, and I did ask you that question. You guys also do import stuff, too.
Everything. Import, You know, old cars, drag cars, stock cars, everything. A hot rod is not a 32 Ford. A hot rod is whatever you make it.
I mean, that's awesome. That's the best way to look at it. Because, like I said, there's guys I know where they'll look at something, and if it's not what they like or not what they want to drive, they look at it and they're like, bah, whatever.
Yeah, they turn their nose up or whatever, make a comment,
and
something snide.
And it's nice to actually be around people that they may not like the car, but they can still appreciate what the person has done. And that's what I think, in my mind, what a true car person actually is. You can appreciate what somebody else has appreciated, whether or not it's, you know, what you would drive. It's still something that, you know, you can appreciate because they've poured their heart and soul into it.
Well, and then there again, driving it just depends on how far away you are from somewhere and how long you want to walk.
Yeah.
We all got cell phones nowadays. When you break down, you just hope you got someone that cares enough to come fetch you.
Well, that like my Ford truck. It's at least it broke down at home.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, if it probably a good set of jumpers and some ungelled fuel, it'd probably start now.
No, it doesn't.
Have you tried?
Yes.
Oh,
it still won't. It started out with just batteries, and then it went to an alternator, and then after replacing all that, you'd think it would run. Nope.
It's called You Need a New One.
Did you unplug anything to put that alternator on?
I've looked it over. Can't find anything.
Well, you know, it does have a Ford emblem on it, so that just happens.
Well, my theory is the fact that a Chevy guy helped me put it back together.
Hey, don't feel bad. The green truck, the battery went dead on it this winter. You know, I finally swapped out the 11-year-old battery that was in the truck, put a different one in it that was only like a year old, and it went dead over the winter. First time ever.
Well, at least, you know, my battery in my Mustang went, so I stole one of the brand new batteries out of my truck and put it in there, so at least I gained that for it.
That's the spirit. Just start parting your truck out, you know.
Into the Mustang?
Don't get it to run or anything. Just part her out right where she sits.
I could always throw that 6.0 into the Mustang.
But it doesn't run.
Eventually.
At least your
that's
Mustang
problem.
starts.
Good
The
point.
problem is he's got a 6.0 diesel. That's the problem.
Well,
Then bulletproofed. Back off.
it doesn't sound real bulletproof.
No.
Usually bulletproof means it'll start.
I mean, it may be bulletproof because you say it's bulletproof, but doesn't mean that it's actually
Hey,
bulletproof.
I paid enough money for it to be bulletproofed, and it should be.
You want a small block Chevy swap that thing?
So, anyways.
It would start.
It would start.
So, anyways, and you guys also race down at Rockford, too.
Well, this year we're going to race at Rockford. Past years we've raced all over. Dells, Madison, Jefferson, you know, La Crosse, all over.
Nice.
But this year, because we bought the store, we're going to be Saturday. You're going to be open till lunch, 1 o'clock. Can't get too far.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we'll be not that Rockford's a bad place. It just, you know, we like racing other places a little better.
I had those same dreams of working till noon on Saturday, and this year I'm not even gonna post it. I'm just gonna stay closed on Saturday because I like that morning just to pack the trailer, get the car up. By the time I get the car on the trailer, it's already noon, and it's like, well, shit. I like to leave for the track by 1 o'clock so I can get, you know.
Should have done that the night before.
Yeah. Well.
Well, with family and work and the other work and everything, it's not easy for him to get all that handled.
Yeah.
Well, family in our house is load to race car.
Yep.
Well, all his are little still. They
Push hard.
Can't quite.
Well, you see, that's why I got a wonderful wife who we're building her a race car as well this year, because she saw how much fun I was having, and she's like, I want to do it too. It's like, all right.
You do know what's going to happen, right?
She's going to go
She's
racing.
gonna
Johnny's
try.
going to sit in the pits. Yeah.
No, she's going to go race.
And kick his ass.
She's going to get scared, and you're never going to race again.
You know, she watched me break my finger, and I still got back in the car, and I ended up winning the second feature with a broken pinky, and she
Well,
goes...
you broke it starting the
I was
car.
going to say she married him, and so
didn't
she
break it
knew right
starting
away
it.
what she was getting into.
Well, no, I just meant race cars tend to scare people who didn't grow up with them.
Yeah.
Well, she's
And
got
then she's going to go, oh, you're not going to get to race no more. You could get hurt.
Yeah. Well, she's supported me this far, and before we got married, she says, you can keep your Trans Am. And I'm like, awesome, great, I love it's a 76. Love the thing. And then she goes, oh yeah, and my old car. I'm like, okay, well, either we could junk it for $75 or we can keep it. And she goes, well, what do you mean by keep it? I'm like, make it a race car, advertise our business, advertise other businesses. You know, we're not going to make money at this. In fact, we're going to lose money at this, but, you know, let's go out and have some fun in your car. And she goes, okay, let's do that. And I'm like, what? She goes, yeah, let's make it a race car. As soon as she said yes, an hour and a half later, I nicely, being nice, tore the interior completely apart. I had it almost gutted in an hour and a half, and I'm like, yeah, let's do this, and got my car.
Well, now she can't back out.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's
right?
why you got the interior out quick.
Yep.
Well, but now as far as making money, I've been racing over 40 years probably. 78. And I have yet to ever make money.
Yeah, that's what I told her right away. I'm like, look, I don't anticipate making money. But we're surely gonna have fun fucking trying.
When he was younger and we were racing some go-kart stuff, there were some $2,500 to win races, and he was pretty good, and he won 2 or 3 in a row, and we still didn't make no money in go-karts.
Oh, we won almost $7,500 in one day.
Damn.
And still didn't make no money.
Right.
Yeah, ain't none of it cheap. You got to do it because you love it, not because you want to make money off it.
Now,
Well-
which division do you guys run down there? Or are you going to run down there, I should say, this year?
We're going to run the late models down at the track.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to love it. I mean, if you want to talk about wrecks, in 2005, he wrecked at Lake Geneva, broke his neck in 2 places, his back in 7,
Ouch.
and that's only the important bones.
Yeah.
Well, left shoulder blade, too, somehow.
I don't know how you did it, man.
Impressive.
I had a friend of mine in a Road Warrior. Are you guys familiar with Road Warriors, the 6-cylinder class? Jefferson, they're built a little bit better. They have better cages and whatnot. And I had a friend of mine get hit or slammed, and I do mean literally slammed. It broke the hub clean off, and it broke the crossways. It broke the front axle as well. And he got out of the car. He goes, after 30 years of racing late models, I've never been put in the wall that hard.
Well, a late model's a little more cage, a little more frame, a little more.
Right. He was in a Grand Prix, so
Yeah,
I mean, not
so
a
it's-
little car.
It's got a cage, but it's closer to a street car.
Yeah.
So the hit will be,
Oh yeah.
he's in a full containment seat
Yep,
with head
yep.
and neck,
Yep. I actually just bought myself one of those this year, a full containment seat, because now the tracks are requiring that we have both headrests, and I'm like, well, shit. If they're gonna make us turn a regular aluminum seat into a full containment, I'm just gonna buy a full containment. So.
The doctor wouldn't sign the paperwork for him to go back to anything if he didn't have a full containment.
Right.
She actually had Butler seat send her a seat.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Now, I know when I was down there, you were showing me a video, and I think it was from last year?
It was the trailer race last year.
Our last race of the season?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, he was showing me that and saying basically you and the other guy got black flagged and stuff. And I really don't see what you did wrong in that race to get black flagged. I mean, other than a little bumping and banging, but
Well, according to the track, I was blocking, which I was probably taking 3-4 inches away. And
yeah, but he was right in your driver's door.
yeah, that's how he always races, though.
So I just don't see what you did wrong. You can see the whole time where it looked like he was coming up into you, and you were trying to keep it off the wall.
Well, it's the 8 or 9 laps prior to the wreck.
Oh, gotcha.
If you watch the video, you will see my front wheels turn to the left. My hands were off the steering wheel.
Oh, wow.
I didn't want to break another thumb. Done enough of those already.
Yep.
I don't blame you.
That's kind of what happened to my like little pinky there. Is I got hit in coming into 1 and 2, and so I'm counter steering, and I must have just, I don't know, for whatever reason I didn't reach as high, and I came into the wheel as I was cranking it over, and boom, right over my pinky. I'm like, son of a bitch, that hurt. Let's go.
Oh,
Still held my track position. I still finished, started 7th, finished 7th. So
I think I was at Nashville in the Legend Cars. I broke a thumb on lap 1 out of 50 lap race. Kept on racing the whole race.
Oh, wow.
It hurts like a son of a bitch, but man, once you're out there, it's like, you just switch your focus, and it's like Oh, yeah, that hurts.
Well, eventually it swells up and adrenaline takes over.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, no, I mean, like I said, I can't wait to get down there and watch you guys. Because, I mean, I've taken a leave of absence from that track for probably the last 10 years or so. And I want to get back.
One.
Now that I actually, I guess, getting to know somebody that's actually racing there, it's a little more fun than sitting there. If you go to some place and you don't know anybody and you're just kind of picking a car at random, it's kind of nice to have a face behind that car.
I bet it is.
Because, I mean, I grew up down in that track, and that was early 90s. I was down there all the time in the pits and everything else, but that's when I knew a lot of people, and then going back, I think I was back there like 5 years after that, and most of the names have changed. There's still a couple guys that are still running from when I was down there, and because the one name that popped up on there, I was like, oh, wow, he's still running? So it was just it was interesting.
That track has a lot of big names, and they're not racing anymore with us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, back when we raced there 09-10, we had Jerry Guiley, Tom Guiley, Jake Guiley, John Reynolds Jr., Ricky Bilderback.
Yep, I remember
those were
him.
the big three.
He's ran forever there. I don't know whatever happened to him. If
he's retired and working on his junkyard now.
Okay, yeah, because he's got well, I know where it's at. He's not paid sponsor.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I remember like John Cannell's.
I mean, Jason got into it a couple times.
Okay, like I remember Jerry and Tom Guiley and stuff like that, and the guy I helped out with and got me into cars was Mert Dunn, who ran the 76 short tracker many years ago. Jeff Teneur, the senior, not junior, and I think junior's still racing down there. But
which class?
I want to say he is in late models now.
What's his name?
Jeff Teneur.
I think he works with Jake Guiley.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
know
so.
his dad ran for quite a few years. I actually dated his daughter back in the day. So
we won't bring that up, though.
Ooh, drama.
No,
I'm just kidding.
That long time ago. But no, it's nice to actually get to go. We're going to get to go down there again and actually put a face with the name and stuff like that. And my kids are super excited because I was letting them know about everything going on and what's possible and that. And they are basically hounding me now. We got to go down the speedway. We got to go down the speedway and see this. It's like, all right, we'll see.
You're like, it's not open right now.
Yeah, I know. They're like, are they racing this weekend? No, not yet. There's still probably snow on the track. Just chill out.
Wow, that could be fun, though.
When do you guys start racing?
I don't know if they put the schedule up yet.
They haven't yet.
All right, because Jefferson starts racing May 1st.
It'll be in the same neighborhood.
Yeah, I think they usually run the same schedule as like the tracks around here and stuff like that.
Well, with COVID last year, they're going to run every weekend they can get away with.
Okay.
Maybe they'll run 2 races on a weekend because they're like everybody else. They're a business.
Yep.
And they lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jefferson got hit really hard because they just repatched the track before, and then COVID hit. So like they pushed us back a month last year. This year they repatched it again. So hopefully we can start in May.
Well, at least you guys weren't like Madison, who was shut down all year.
Oh yeah, all year. Mm-hmm. They managed to get like 1 or 2 races out.
Yeah, they had to have all the fans park in the cars.
Yeah, which would have been cool.
Spectate in the cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
I didn't know he got 2 races out.
Huh.
Yeah,
So
it was a bad year for that stuff.
Are they going back to normal this year? Is it still screwed up this year? Do you know?
Well, Rockford said they're going to go as normal as they can.
Okay.
But at the end of the year, they went as normal as they could.
Right.
They completely, did what they could to,
Right.
Because Rockford's been around forever.
Oh, yeah.
I
went there as a kid all the time with my parents, so.
Well, it was something, 60 years ago.
Yeah, I think, what was it? They started in like the 30s or 40s or something like that? I mean, it's been
I think
around.
mid-50s.
Okay.
Was it the 50s?
I think so.
Well, and they used to own Byron Speedway.
Oh, so they don't own that anymore?
Well, no. Rockford hasn't owned the Byron drag strip forever.
Oh, okay.
But that used to be called Byron Dragway. Used to be called
Dragaway. Yep.
Was called Rockford Drag Strip or Dragway.
Okay. Huh.
Back in when they first built the oval track.
Yeah, Dave Derry was part of it.
Yes, Dave was part of it.
Huh. Now, do you guys run any cars down there at all, or?
No, but I'll be spending a lot of time down there because of the store. Because drag racing is one of my biggest sections of selling stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the stock cars sell some, but we have competitors.
There's a lot of Rockford drag guys that go to Byron, so that's probably a good.
That's our biggest our biggest portion of the store.
Right.
So at the circle track stuff, we have competitors that have been in that area of racing longer than we have. Of course, now we bought it. Now we'll have people starting to buy from us. You know.
Mm-hmm. Now, I know you mentioned something, too, like you guys go down to SEMA and stuff like that.
He's been to SEMA. I have not.
Okay.
He's been twice. We've actually had 2 race cars in SEMA as show cars.
Nice.
Cool.
That's a difficult process.
Now, SEMA is basically, is that primarily like a car show, or is it... Because, I mean, I've been wanting to go down there. I haven't been down there myself yet.
It's basically all aftermarket parts you can think of for cars, all that stuff.
Okay.
Every kind of part for a car and a car show outside and inside.
Nice. So do they sell cars down there too, or is it just basically showing stuff off?
Just showing stuff off. No one's allowed to buy or sell anything down there.
Illegal underground car buying.
That is
Sounds
because
right up my alley.
At the end of the show, it happens like that.
SEMA is Specialty Equipment Market Association.
Okay,
So it's all aftermarket suppliers. It's also detailing companies. I know the ceramic coating company I do business with. They go out there and promote their products as well as some other detailing companies.
So what cars do you guys take down there?
We took our car that we're racing this year down there twice.
Okay.
One ramp was where the sponsor wanted it. The next year, they called SEMA. They asked to bring the car back, and SEMA said it has to be a totally different style.
Okay.
So the sponsor let me go hog wild on it.
So what did you do different then to it?
That one we had green chrome on it.
Oh, okay. So the design of the car, basically?
Yeah.
Nice. So, I mean, that sounds absolutely really cool. Sounds like it'd be a blast to go down and do.
It's a lot of work down there. A lot of walking.
It's
And
huge, though, right?
I've heard it's impossible to see the entire show.
It is possible. You got to be there when they start setting up.
Right.
And you got to kind of run through the thing, right?
Because the second year we were there, our sponsor's booth and where we put our cars that year was a mile apart.
Oh,
a full mile.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Well, it's the entire Las Vegas Convention Center.
And some.
Sorry, I want to go down there some point. I always wanted to go to SEMA.
If you're a car person, you should definitely go once just to see it. But the better show for hot rodders, race cars, street rodders is PRI. It's closer. Yep. It's in Indy. It's a little harder to get into except on Saturday. You can get in. You can just walk in on Saturday. But if you're Thursday through Saturday, you have to prove you're something. A race car team, a shop, something.
Probably some kind of vendor of some sort.
Yeah, but on Saturday it's open to the public.
Facebook famous.
I can help with that.
Maybe we should
it's like the same way with SEMA.
Same with SEMA. It's not open to the public. Yep.
Maybe we should,
I thought it was on Saturday.
No.
Nope.
Not at all.
No.
Maybe we should talk to our manager and see if we can get a booth down there. I was really figuring a different finger for that one.
I know.
I'm pretty sure you're number one.
I think
Dave's
so.
number one.
Well,
Dave's
the last time
number
we
one.
did an event, we seen Dave go.
Yeah, well, we were supposed to keep it PG-13, and that lasted me a total of like 13 seconds, I think, into the show.
As blood transfers from one head to the other, it was.
Are there midgets?
Boy,
Midgets?
Wait,
you sure know a lot about him.
Oh, I was there.
It's scary, isn't it?
I seen that corner of the table rise. I'm like, I'm done.
My wife keeps telling me at night she thinks she sees somebody looking in our windows.
Sorry about that.
Oh, it's that one looking in the window.
You're
I thought it
within
would be
walking
this one.
distance. I mean,
New shit box. He heard there was a truck.
yeah, I heard there's a broke down
Yeah, but
truck
he-
in the driveway.
He wants one to run. He's got to be able to drive it home.
He's already been
I'll
there.
drag
a few
that
times.
one home. It's like a block away.
You can push it home.
So, what do you want for it?
If it wasn't sentimental, I would get rid of it.
Everything's...
You should never be sentimental about cars. It's a terrible life decision.
No.
Huh?
He's mental, all right.
How can you be sentimental about anything?
I don't know.
He always
It reminds
tries
him
to
of a
give 'em
simpler
up, but-
time when he could actually really use a standard cab pickup.
It's still a standard cab.
I know, that's what I'm saying, but back in the day when you could actually use that, like, hey, look, I've got a truck. I have plenty of room in there. I've got 3 seats. Now it's like, I need a van. A big one.
An extended
Suburban.
van.
Needs a Suburban.
That's what my
I
wife's
love
looking
my
seats.
Suburban with the 3-row.
Yep.
Screw Suburbans, excursions, all the way.
Yeah,
We
but
like
is
ours
a
to run.
Suburban for 6 kids
Why
big
you gotta
enough?
be hating?
My excursion runs?
Yeah.
Oh, we
Yeah.
do need
It
the
does.
tissues for the tears. Oh.
Nah, my wife's actually looking for something right now. She wants a Pacifica.
Oh, don't do it.
No.
Dear Lord, no. They're the biggest piles of shit ever.
Get an Aztec.
Yes, get an Aztec.
At least it'll last longer.
Bitch an Aztec.
But it would have
on it.
holes in it.
And it has a
badass
cap.
Pacifica's
conversion
had holes
one.
in them too.
Hey,
You know what I'm talking about?
Hey,
Yeah, but
the
they fall
Aztecs-
apart everywhere else.
The
fine.
Aztecs have the camping package.
Get the tent out the back when the kids are being naughty. Just throw them back there in the sub-zero temps and keep driving.
You can get the old wagons where it has the reverse seat and they can stare
Oh,
out
you're
the back
talking about
window.
like the Buick Roadmaster?
Oh,
with the
yeah.
rumble seat?
That was my first car.
Yeah.
84 Chevy Caprice Wagon Estate.
Let them
Yep.
stare out the back window. It'll shut them up for a little while.
That was fun. That's where I put my drunk friends. That way if they had to puke,
Oh,
they
dear
leaned out the
Lord,
back.
though. That's just 10 times more likely to make you puke. You're like, oh, God.
Hey,
I'm
they
getting
leaned out the
motion
back
sick.
window. It was fine.
The exhaust fumes alone will get them.
No, I had decent exhaust on mine.
Yeah, but it comes right out the back and gets sucked in that back window.
Especially if there's holes in the floor. Because
Well.
those now. now they got holes in the floor.
Hey, mine was an Iowa car. It was fine.
Oh, okay.
Dirt roads, they don't salt them.
Exactly.
They put more dirt on them.
Yeah, essentially, they just throw more sand out, and it's like, hey, look, we're repaving the road. I bought a few vehicles that have come up from Iowa, and they're rust out goofy. They don't rust out like all the Wisconsin ones with all the salt. They're just like, the whole bottom of the car is gone, and it's like an Iowa car. You're like, why is there a hole in the middle of the roof? You're like, how?
Have you seen what they drive half the time and what they do with their cars?
They're sweet. I bought a bunch of them out of Iowa.
So what got you guys started with the business?
It was just kind of a lucky. I had some money in retirement, which I was retired.
Hey, you volunteered, not me. I'll take off work tomorrow.
I
to go
was
to the store.
retired. And it was in a 10-year thing, and it came due. And I was talking to a buddy who's one of the reps for this store about what I should do with it, because, CDs and money don't earn anything these days. The banks, will give you a penny if you give it to us for 1,000 years. So I just asked him what he thought. He's a business guy, and he says, you should buy the hot rod shop. Your kids are crying about what you're doing at home, and you know a lot about cars, so you'd be good. So I went and talked to the guy.
Nice.
Luck.
So you guys, you've got to be enjoying it then or I'm assuming.
I was sitting at home.
This is where all the stories start.
I was sitting at home watching old TV shows and taking naps. Now I work 12 hours a day.
Yeah, but
I don't see where that's enjoyable,
You're
guys.
living the car guy dream, though, essentially. I mean, you got a
You
whole
wanna
building
trade?
full of old shit. Sure, I work 60-something hours a week.
No, I want to go back to watching the old TV shows and
Oh,
taking
I don't.
naps.
I don't get to do that. Yeah, 60 hours a week just at my normal job, not to include any of the side work or small humans or any of that crap.
I do enjoy it. I shouldn't say that. I enjoy it tremendously. But once you retire, going back to work is like, wow, this sucks.
He just cries a lot.
No, I'd imagine too with like what what you're selling and stuff. You have a lot of people come in with some really different stuff and trying to make stuff work. And I mean, what are some of the coolest things that people have come in? Anything pop out?
The cool stuff, the guys and people, they know something. Usually they come in and go, it's got like a little mushroomy thing on it.
It sounds like my dad's conversation.
Dude, I'm in trouble now because I don't have a clue what you're talking about. And I worked on cars for 40 years. It's a mushroom thing, you know? No, I don't know.
You got to be a little more specific.
A little bit. I know. We have guys that have some blowers and stuff, and we have, you know, an 871 blower gasket in stock for one guy, just so that when he messes it up, he has it, you know?
Nice.
So there's lots of cool things, but I don't know. The cool stuff is yet to come. I mean, if you watch SEMA on TV this year, the 12 builders, there were some guys built some really cool stuff. The one guy took a 4-door wagon and made it a 2-door wagon.
Oh, wow. Kind of like the old Nomad style, or?
It was a 63 Impala.
Yeah, well, you got to imagine.
Did you watch that?
I haven't seen that yet, but I know how rare a 2-door Impala is.
In 63, they didn't make one, not
Right.
even one. So he's got one of one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's the cool stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I know just like some Chevelles and stuff.
Yeah.
Like a lot of 2-door Chevelles are hard to find.
Can be.
Yeah, I know some people that just, we'll make it a 2-door.
Well, that's what this guy did. I don't know. It was on TV, so I didn't get to look at it close enough, whether he actually cut the car in half and put it back together, or whether he just made the whole back seat look like the back quarter panels.
Sure.
So, but, you know, I hate to use the word Chip Foose because he's a little overused, but he builds some cool stuff.
He does.
Yeah.
Talented.
Nice guy, too. You ever guys get to meet him?
I've never met him, but I'd like to.
No,
It'd be awesome.
He's down to earth.
Yeah.
I know he's designed some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
You see that he did a caravan recently, like an old square body caravan. Made it like a 4-wheel drive concept rendering. It looks really pimp, and I hope he actually builds it.
Huh.
Is
Oh,
the
it was
turbo?
just a drawing? It wasn't an actual
Yeah,
car
this
yet?
one was just a rendering, but
Aw.
it's like literally one of like the old square soccer mom vans with like
Yeah.
that would have had the wood grain on it, and he's got like no top on it. It's 4-wheel drive, and like it looks badass. I'm like, I hope he actually builds it. I don't know where you'd find a clean square body caravan at this point, but
You don't.
somebody's got one tucked away in a
Down
garage
south.
somewhere.
They make panels called repair panels.
I don't know that people are repopping square body caravan parts yet.
But they're in stock somewhere that they didn't sell them when they actually had them.
True, new old stock ones. Somebody's
Yeah.
got up on eBay. Like, can I get $10 out of this thing? Like,
Can you take it?
tell you what, you
We'll
put it to
pay
good
you.
use. I'll send it to you.
I'll pay the shipping.
Right.
Just agree to it.
So, I mean, do you guys just do with like do you guys do with like body parts and stuff like that too, or is it just engine and transmission and?
No,
you know?
we can get literally everything. Body parts are hard because most of the body shops, they have the companies come around to them, and then they can buy them at the same price I can buy them at.
Can you guys get can you fill nitrous and everything?
We are
Okay.
a nitrous dealer.
Okay.
We are.
Okay.
It's expensive.
It is, but you know, there's not too many places really that fill it. To be honest with you,
No,
so.
because it's hard to get. It's
Right.
very expensive to get.
Right.
We have medical grade nitrous.
Right. Nice.
Does that cost extra?
It costs less actually, but when they're in the back sucking on it, you know.
One
So-
for it, one for me.
So when you crash, you can also use it.
Well, that
as
way
a
if you
medical device.
accidentally pop a line in your car, you know, at least you're safe.
Right.
I didn't think of it that way.
It'd be a whole lot more fun.
See, you got to charge more
Laughing
because
the
it's
whole time.
medical grade.
Say the guys around here, they run their nitrous lines so sketchy. It's like, dude, that's rubbing on your drive shaft. It'll be fine.
That's normal.
Snakes it around their seat 3 or 4 times, then runs it through a firewall. It's like, why don't you just run it under the car?
And
well, I have to put a hole. What?
And then they all heat it with a torch.
Oh, absolutely. Everybody around here does that
Somebody
shit.
should Google a picture of what happens when they leave a heater on a nitrous bottle.
Oh,
The
yeah.
overpressure valves are
And
entertaining.
it's in a garage, and somebody put an extra disc in the overpressure valve, and what it does to a car. It blows the entire back half off the car.
Yeah, people forget how much pressure and actual volume is inside of one of those things.
Yeah.
It can
Well,
do some impressive stuff.
If the people putting the burst valves together don't mess up, there's supposed to be 1 disc. They put 2.
Well, You know, that way you can get it hotter and more pressure.
Well, yeah, okay. The garage door was gone, part of the roof was gone, and the whole back half of the car.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a bit of an expensive mistake right there.
Well, weight reduction.
A lot of weight reduction, house and all.
Well, the tank was gone completely. The valve was hanging in the car, but the tank was.
That's, you know, sometimes you gotta
when
be
when you're at the shop next time, ask for the picture. I have one. This is why you put the burst this together correctly. You listen to me. Oh, I know what I'm doing.
Example A.
Evidence.
That wasn't from nitrous. Though.
Is that something you did wrong?
That looks like a Dave move.
That's not a Dave move. Thanks, though.
That doesn't look that bad.
Is that something? Is that so?
That was one of our fans.
Was it something he did wrong?
Yes.
What did he do wrong?
Oh, Dave, you know the story on that one, don't you? Slide Society.
It was?
Yes. Hummer.
Oh, he blew that right out the side of his block. Like, grenaded it. I don't remember what he did exactly.
We shared it on the shows.
He did it all the way, though, at least.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to do it right. But yeah,
Well, that's pretty good.
I figured that was from Diesel.
That was a diesel piston?
No. One of the guys we have on here, his name is
a
Diesel.
diesel piston.
I was talking to him.
So
that was a diesel piston.
I just figured it was from that gentleman. But so if somebody comes in and really has no idea on how they want to build their car, do you guys give them a lot of advice on which direction to go, or just kind of at least push them in a?
Well,
certain
we try
direction?
not to push anybody in any direction, because if I push you in a direction, you're not going to like the end result. I'm going to like the end result.
Right.
Okay? So when somebody doesn't know a lot, I try to ask more questions. Try to figure out what they would like. Try to get the internet up. Pictures, you like this, you like that, you like this. Because it's, you know, at the end, if they don't like it, well, that SOB pushed me in this direction, and now I got a car I don't like.
Right.
I ain't going back there.
You just basically try to let him know, like, whatever direction he's going and what, you know, this could be your option. This is a good option for this.
Yep. That's how we try to do it. I mean,
nice.
If you tell me you need two burst discs for your nitrous bottle, I'm going to tell you no. I will do that.
Well, at least you're not like a lot of people will be like, all right, sure, here you go.
Well, and that's the problem with the online stuff. They'll sell you anything. You got a part number? Yeah, we'll ship it to you. It ain't right? Pay to ship it back.
Mm-hmm. At least with you guys, you're in store.
We're trying to stop that, yes.
So how far into fabrication do you guys get? Do you guys install roll cages?
We don't install or do anything.
Okay.
I was retired. I'm currently not liking my current situation that much. No, but we are working towards trying to get a situation where we will be installing, and then we would do everything. Mm-hmm. I mean, I sold a front end for a 68 Mustang. It's called a Mustang 2 front end, so you put a bigger cross member, and you put more modern suspension and less 1968. Oh, this is scary suspension. Because he wants to put a Coyote motor in it.
So kind of like a retro mod.
Yeah, so he's got to do a lot of upgrades then.
Well, yeah, you got to tie the frames. You got to, you know, 1968 Mustang was not a great handling car with a lot of horsepower.
Right.
With the motors they came with, they weren't horrible. They were great, and they felt good.
Yeah.
About the only one that I know of that had good handling were the 2+2s, which were the rally cars.
And they still didn't have a cross member.
Right, yeah. But I'm saying for that era,
Yeah.
those were really as close as you could really get.
Yeah,
Whereas-
but if you tie the front frame together, then the thing becomes the car comes very good at handling them.
Right.
Most of those were built to go fast in a straight line, not really to turn.
Well, the 2+2s were rallies.
Oh, they were?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were rally built Mustangs.
But if you went to the track and seen any of the ones really rallying, frames were tied.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody went under there.
They learned real quick what they wasn't
Right.
working.
But well, yeah. Because you get just two frame rails and
Yeah.
the motor's holding it together. Yeah, no.
I mean, they weren't very high horsepower, so.
No. Well, the guy, he had me quote him a Coyote motor too, and it's 460 horse. And I'm like, you really sure you want to put this in there without tying this thing together? You think it's that important? Yeah. So we're ordering a cross member on Monday.
Good.
So
Are they converting like the drums to disc and everything like that too?
I haven't heard yet.
Oh, okay.
It's going through another shop.
Gotcha.
One of the things that we have been currently working on, being the shop's been there 20 years and we only do parts, is we're looking for body shops that do a lot of restorations.
Sure.
So we could help them with their parts.
Sure.
You know, because the one lady, the husband's a painter, body shop mechanic guy, and he has 2 or 3 people helping him, and she's in the office, and she's like, I can't find these parts.
Sure.
Call me.
Right.
I can sell them for the same price you can get them at. We get going enough, I can actually give you a little discount.
Right.
So, just out of dumb curiosity then, when you guys are getting the cars ready, I'm going to kind of change gears a little bit. When you guys are getting the race cars going and stuff, do you have any issues, or like, do you guys like get along pretty great when you're loading everything up, or you're shaking your head?
He's never home when we load up. It's me and Amber who always loads up now. We just send him inside if he gets home.
He don't do it right.
Well, you got to have somebody that knows what they're doing.
Enclosed?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're lucky.
No, we argue a lot.
Well, I mean, at least then you go. But, I mean, at least you guys have a good bond in that aspect, too, where you guys can argue and just kind of like, all right, whatever.
It usually takes a little while. 30, 40 minutes, an hour.
That's not a while at all. That's like really quick.
Yeah, but then it's like mad friends for 2
okay.
days.
That's a little better.
But you can't spend that much time together and never argue. Come on.
No.
It's true.
Come on.
We basically spend every day and night together.
So, yeah, no, we argue a lot.
So, I mean, and what got you into racing in that aspect?
He actually got me into racing.
Does it go beyond your dad here, or does it?
You gotta ask him that one.
No, I was the first.
Okay.
Yeah, my old man thought racing was for idiots.
So then you're like, oh, well, all right. Well, I'm going to do it then.
I was a little bit luckier. My father watched his grandpa race all over the United States, Tom Bigelow. He was one of the most winningest sprint car drivers around, so a lot of wins and everything. So my dad grew up watching him, and my dad just unfortunately never developed wanted nothing to do with cars really. So, and then so I caught that bug, and that's kind of how I got into it. I've gone to the racetrack with him. He'd go up to some prairie, and then they went to Jefferson maybe once or twice. But oh man, something about Jefferson that I really liked. So
Jefferson's a cool track.
Well, turn 1, 2, and 3, and 4 are way different there.
Oh, I know.
I like that track.
Read his jacket.
I know.
We raced a small track, so we cut through the middle.
Oh.
So that's completely different from the whole track, because 3 and 4 there is no banking.
No, it's all flat there.
In fact, it might be like a little reverse banking for water runoff. So it is completely different from 1 and 2. And then going backwards or turning right is a whole other thing by itself as well. I mean, it's fun. I've gotten to experience the full track as well, and then I broke an axle, so it was short lived. But yeah, it was the full track's nice.
Last time I raced there, I wheel hopped again in turn 1.
Yeah.
Spun, knocked the wall down.
I'd be careful this year because they redid the lower groove in 1 and 2, and then I think they redid the lower groove in 3 and 4.
So it'll be even faster then.
Yeah. Yep.
So you said you've been racing since
98.
98?
Since I was 11.
Okay.
Nice.
And you started out at go-karts, correct?
Yeah. Racing road course karts at South Bend.
Okay. Wow, cool.
And nationally.
Yeah.
99.
Jacksonville, Daytona, Charlotte, basically everywhere.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because I know you were telling me some stories about, like, when you started out, and I love how, like, you were saying about starting out working, basically under a tree and having 2 cars with 1 engine.
Well, yeah, because, I actually had 2 cars at one time, but my old man was so against racing, he burnt one of them to the ground.
Oh, wow.
So then I had a stock car and a drag car, and I was switching the motor in the yard with no shop, using a tree limb for the come along every week. This week we'd race stock cars. Next week we'd race drag cars. And the two tracks weren't far apart from each other, half a mile. But we did that until the motor finally said, "Look, boys, I'm tired."
So you had to have somebody pretty decent slapping that thing together to hold
Well,
up
it
to
ran
that kind
for
of abuse.
6 months.
That's pretty impressive.
You know, it did pretty good. But it wasn't much. I mean, the Chevelle was a drag car. It would only run 1220s on street tires. And the stock car was basically a cheater hobby stock. It was.
There's no cheating in racing. Come on.
It's the gray areas.
there is when you get caught.
So you said that you ran in Charlotte?
Yeah, in the middle of 3 and 4 there, they have a little road course where all the RV parks now and stuff like that.
So that must have been really cool, pulling into something like that, like a NASCAR track.
Daytona is actually better to pull into.
Oh yeah, wow. Huh. So do you run the road course there at Daytona then?
No, not the big one, just there's just turns 3 and 4.
Okay.
It's in the infield.
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't know if you were running like the same setup like they do now that they've been running with the cars, the whole Daytona infield or whatever. I didn't know if that's what you were running.
No,
or...
they do have cars that run the whole track.
Okay.
Lay down carts. I've seen them get up to 188 getting in turn 3.
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
Just an inch off the ground.
In a cart.
Yeah.
Jeez. That'd be fun.
I need one of those.
Did you get a chance to run Bristol?
Because of reasons.
What's that?
You get a chance to run Bristol?
No.
Oh, come on. I figured from Tennessee and everything, you guys get to go.
Never have enough money to run that track.
Yeah.
Gotta build a special car for it.
I know there's front-wheel drive guys running there, and they're like, you don't lift. You're in that pedal all the time. You don't lift, you don't brake.
Boat throttle, just stick it and go.
I would love to build a car to go down there, but just not enough money for that.
Got a couple extra Cavaliers.
Well, with us running late models, you'd have to build a different late model.
Oh, yeah.
It has to have it one piece lower.
Yeah.
Stronger, lower.
Yeah. They were testing some tires at the first race down there for the U.S. Nationals, and they were breaking lower control arms, putting cars in the wall.
Did you guys see that they're opening up Richmond again?
I heard.
Not for NASCAR, but they're doing like
for late models and
for
stuff.
late models and supers.
And I think they're looking at North Wilkesboro as well.
Yeah,
that one might be a little push. That one's in pretty bad shape.
Yeah, that one's...
No,
they
not
need
anymore.
To redo that whole track.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
At least when he filmed his show there, it was in bad shape.
Yeah,
Dale Earnhardt Jr. and a bunch of other race cars and a bunch of other supporters came out there, cleaned it up, because iRacing was there and scanned the track.
Okay.
And for them to scan the track, they had to clear out everything. So, I don't know if you ever experienced iRacing or not, but people actually get upset that you call this a game because it is so realistic. So if a laser were to scan this table here, you would feel this bump in the game. It's that realistic, and there's simulation rigs going for thousands of dollars.
Oh, I know.
To further the immersion.
There was 2 guys at PRI selling them the last time before COVID.
The one I want is like $35,000.
Yeah,
what you do is you put it in the shop, and then you charge people to play on it.
So it's definitely a lot different system than your Xbox or something like that.
Absolutely.
Well, it moves. It's
basically a 7-axis system.
Is it air or hydraulic?
Hydraulic.
So is it almost like those systems where, I don't know if you've ever been like Mall of America, where they had the Daytona USA, where you'd go in, you'd sit in this whole simulator and run, and they'd have it where you'd actually hit the banking and the whole simulator shifted.
Yep.
And
something like that.
That was always fun.
I mean, I got a cheap little setup. Like, I have a seat from a car bolted to a kitchen chair and a steering wheel and pedals. That's it, man.
That's more than what I got. I got nothing still.
Yeah.
Well, I'd rather go real.
Yeah, absolutely. But it kind of cured that itch for me. It kind of like made me not so nervous for me actually getting out there.
Oh,
like
okay.
it kind of like calmed the jitters down a little bit, because like once I sat in the real car, it's like, dude, I got this. Like, I was freaking calm. I was zen. It was like my happy place. I was like, this is awesome.
That's why I started him at 11. By the time he got to be 20, he had been racing more than half his life, and he'd go up against people who, were starting the year before or something, and he'd be way calmer, have more experience.
Yeah, well, you see what these kids are racing now? They're called bandoleros.
Yeah, well, they were racing them all the way back into the 90s.
Yeah, those things are flying.
But they have no rear suspension. They basically are a go-kart in the back.
Yep.
So what type of cars have you guys built together and run and stuff like that, besides, the karts and the late models?
Karts, late models, super late models, Mid-Am cars, Legend cars, Al's and Legacy cars.
Okay. Wow. So you guys have built quite a few cars then and raced them and stuff like that.
Yeah, destroyed a lot of stuff too.
Yeah, it usually comes with the territory at times.
Oh, yeah.
You've seen the video.
Yep. Yeah, like I said,
it's ugly.
But, your car looked better than the other guys.
Oh, but it wasn't.
No.
It required lots of work.
It ripped the rack out of that car.
Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, it didn't look... The video didn't look as bad for your car. His car, the whole nose was smooshed way in, and your car looked a lot better than that, at least. Sheet metal-wise, anyway.
But he still had to put a water pump on that motor. It pushed the radiator through the water pump.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he tagged the wall pretty hard once he got in front of you.
He never lifted.
Well, lifting shows weakness.
Well, this was a bully rules thing. Mine's bigger than yours type. Mikey was he ran there in 09. He was rookie of the year and kind of has a sort of reputation. And the kid that this happened with, he's 18, and he's the new hot shoe. And it was kind of a, mine's bigger than yours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it was a pissing war, and both of them ended up wrecked. So,
But he still scared me.
well, we won't go there.
You had to change the seat padding, huh?
Oh, no, we didn't. We didn't. No, we don't have much problems with that. This son, he's all calm here, right? Yeah, wait till you make him mad in a race car. Why is he hitting me in the driver's door and then backing up and hitting me again? Because that's what happens in that. The squirrel in there is weird.
What squirrel?
Foot slipped off the clutch.
7 times.
Yeah, it happens. You get jittery after a crash, and sometimes you can't keep the clutch pushed in.
Yeah, and then I had to back up, and then, as I was trying to go around you, it drove into you again.
I was bracing off my right leg on the throttle accidentally. Sorry.
Steering was messed up. That's the only way it wanted to go.
Bent tie rod?
I've never used any of those excuses before.
You're just like, nope, didn't use that one. Flipping through the booklet of them.
Checking them off. Ooh, I can use that next time. Oh, that sounds good.
Well, I suppose due to family and stuff like that, I should start wrapping this up. So if somebody wants to come down to your shop, whereabouts are you guys located at?
4425 Charles Street, Rockford, Illinois, 61108.
And then you guys are on, I know, Facebook, 'cause that's where I actually found you guys.
Hot Rod Shop Inc., right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do Facebook.
And then I just want to make sure, you did say your event is Saturday, March 27th, correct?
Yes.
And it'll be an all-day event, or what's
It
the
will
time
be
for
there
those?
as long as people are there.
Okay. Like I said, I know me and the family are planning on coming down because, half of my boys are interested in cars and they want to see what it's all about.
We will be sharing the event page on our Facebook page as well.
Okay, yeah, we will be sharing the event page on our Facebook page as well to kind of get our listeners that are listening to this now and who are going to download the episode and listen to it later. They'll have an idea of where to go.
Tens of people.
Yeah, the
Listen
tens
to
and
me
tens
now,
of
hear
people.
me later.
And now, if somebody wants to order up a part, do they just give you guys a call, or can they do it on Facebook?
They can call us depending on the price of the part. I mean, I'm not going to order a $9,000 motor over the telephone. You're going to come in and put some money down.
Yeah.
Good luck with that one. How about you go?
Hey, they're remaking them now. It's okay.
But you can call me, 815-227-5424.
Okay, and then again, that was Mike. We have Mikey and Amber here and they're from the Hot Rod Shop. And like I said, guys, check them out. It is an absolutely cool store. I would definitely, I just go down there. It's badass.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right.
So, with that being said, I'm going to say their goodbyes. Anybody got anything to add?
I'm having my own event on April 3rd. We're having a bowling fundraiser to help fund the race car stuff. So, come check that out.
All right. Tiff?
Well, really?
How is that car coming?
Actually,
It's in storage.
well, it is. Well, yeah, I mean,
It's winter.
It's winter time and stuff. But
it's in a unit now.
I would have actually been more progressed in that car over the winter time, but I actually went through a couple of surgeries, so I haven't been able to touch that car all winter long. Now that I'm over my surgeries, I'm actually going to be me and my old boss. He has a machine shop, so I'm going to be going there. We're going to be building a motor, so I'm going to start on that. I got everything pretty much for the car now, so it's just a matter of putting it back together and hopefully getting it going sooner than later and not waiting 85 years.
What color is it?
It's only been, 11, 12?
What color?
10.
14?
What color is it going to be?
83. It's only been 83 years. But yeah, that's... and if anybody wants to follow it, it's on Facebook at just facebook.com/Frankengoat. So it's
what
really
color
easy.
is it going to be?
I don't know.
All of them.
It's gonna be.
It is.
It's all of them.
Blue,
I'm just
orange.
keeping them just multicolored and
Haven't
calling
you
it a
seen
day.
the internets? It's all the colors.
It's all of them. It's all of the colors.
All right. So,
She's testing the colors out on the car to see what she likes.
Yeah. See.
See, the trick is you go register it now when it's multicolored, then you never have to pick a color.
There you go. It's all of them.
so I just wanted, like I said, to say thank you to you guys showing up here, having you guys on. It was really, really cool to get a perspective on this stuff and talking about the shop. It was really great.
And Dave, don't forget to tell them we look forward to future visits from them.
Yeah, I mean,
we look forward to future visits from you guys.
we'd like you guys to come back and maybe share some mechanic stories or something.
Well, maybe we could do something from the track.
That would be great.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
So, all right, guys. Like I said, thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here,
Yes.
and thanks for everybody that's listened. So, later.
Bye.
Deuces.
I've no more fucks to give. My fucks have runneth dry. I've tried to go fuck shopping, but there's no fucks left to buy. I've no more fucks to give, though more fucks I've tried to get. I'm over my fuck budget and I'm now in fucking debt.